What is going on, guys? I am back again today with another vlog style video. So there are a few things that I wanted to cover in today's vlog. First of all, I want to give you guys a huge thanks for all the support that I've been getting on my videos so far. It's crazy and it means so much to me. I've been putting a lot of hard work into making entertaining videos for you guys, and I really hope that I'm successfully doing that. So another thing that everyone has been asking me about is what happened to my car. As you can tell, I'm obviously back driving my car again. It turned out to be the fuel pump. It's more complicated than that. There's two ways that a fuel pump can fail. There is what you call soft failure and hard failure. Now, hard failure is the most common, and that, as you can guess, means when the pump just completely stops, your car will have no gas, nothing, it won't be pumping anything, so your car can't move. Now, the other thing is what's called a slow failure. Now, basically, to explain a slow failure, that is when the pump is working, but not at its full capacity, which means that it is not pumping the right amount of gas. It's pumping less than the amount of gas that it's supposed to. Now, you might think, well, what's the problem with that? My car will still run and drive, right? It can cause a few problems. Now, let me go into detail about that. Modern gas tanks are what I would call kind of horseshoe shaped. They have two kind of parts, and most have a strap going right down the middle of them, which is what holds it to the body of the car. In those two parts are kind of separate sort of tanks. On the E46 BMW, the right side is your main gas tank. And on the left side is what's known as your reserve or your secondary gas tank. In this car, the fuel pump does two things. Not only does it pump gas up the fuel lines to the motor, but it also operates a siphon, which transfers fuel from the left side, the reserve side of the tank, to the main side of the tank. Now, on the E46 BMWs, when you start your car, the left side tank should drain within 2 minutes all the way over to your right side tank. And all that is done by a siphon, which is created by the fuel pump. Now, with a soft failing fuel pump, when the pump is not pumping enough gas, what happens is there is not enough suction to create or start that siphon or Venturi effect. So basically, the fuel is not moved over from the left side of the tank to the right side of the tank. Now, the car has two fuel level sensors, which are averaged, which give you the fuel gauge here on your dashboard. So there is a secret console on the BMW E46 that you can enter, which will show you the raw data from the left or the right sensor separately. So basically what I did is I opened up that left side sensor, I started the car, and I noticed that no fuel was moving from that side of the tank over to the right side of the tank, which in turn led me to believe that it was a fuel pump. I also noticed that my fuel pump was creating these weird sucking sounds, so that was probably what my problem was. Hopefully that information can be a little useful to you E46 guys out there if your car is also having fuel related issues. That's pretty useful information I hope that you'll be able to use. Now, the third thing that I wanted to cover were some frequently asked questions that I have been getting on my channel. Pretty much every single video has these questions. The first and biggest one is, what exhaust setup am I running on my car? To start, going off the engine block, I have decatted, straight piped race headers, stainless steel race headers. Now, this may sound sketchy to a lot of you guys, but these headers I have in my car are actually eBay no-name Chinese brand headers. And they are actually very popular in the E46 community. And they work very well. The problem with these Chinese headers is that the fitment in the car is not always guaranteed. And that is the exact thing that happened to me. I had to get the oxygen sensor bungs, which is where the oxygen sensor screws in. Those had to be relocated. The one header, the flange didn't bolt up to my exhaust, so I had to go to an exhaust shop and they had to cut the header off and extend that to make it meet up. Now, having gone through the cost of buying the headers and getting them fixed by the shop, I would definitely recommend to buy a more reputable product. And the headers that I would recommend to any of you guys that want to do this mod would be Bimmer Brakes headers. Now, these go for about $350, but let me tell you, that is so worth it. They come from a reputable company and fitment is guaranteed. The one thing that you do get out of these headers is a pretty considerable horsepower increase for the money. Now, I gained about 12 to 15 horsepower from installing these headers, which is pretty insane considering what they cost. But the one thing to keep in mind is that these headers do not have catalytic converters in them. You are essentially removing the catalytic converters from your exhaust, which is not permitted in all states. So go ahead and check out your local smog laws to make sure that that is something legal to do in your state. Alongside the decatted headers, I also have a muffler delete going out to the back. Now the muffler delete was the first mod I did to this car, really, and you know how it goes with exhaust stuff. You get a new mod, you think it sounds really good and it's really loud, and then you quickly get tired of it. So I went with the muffler delete, and then a few months later I was like, okay, I want something new. So I went ahead and installed these race headers, which the two combined, they sound really, really good together. I'm probably gonna put out a video for you guys soon, just a few scenarios of what this exhaust system sounds like. It sounds really, really, really good. Now, the other big question that I've been getting is what kind of air suspension, or what's your air suspension setup that I'm running in my car? Well, basically, the system I'm running on my car, I pieced together by myself. I am running a what you would call a bag over coil system, which I'll probably go into detail on another video where I explain every aspect of air suspension and how it works and what my setup is. But basically for my struts, I'm running a bag over coil system. They are universal air suspension bags, or UAS bags. In my trunk, I have a 3-gallon stainless steel tank and then a single compressor, which I believe is a Bayer 44C compressor. For my management or air control, I first had the manual paddle valves. If you go back to TJ's BRZ bag install video where we bagged Calvin's car, you'll see that he also has those manual valves. That's what I also started off with. And the issue with those is the air ups and the air downs especially are really, really slow. So I upgraded pretty quick to analog management. In my trunk are my valves, and then up here in the cabin I have my air suspension remote, which has up and down for each axle and then all up and down. Out of sight for you guys is the digital air pressure gauge, and that allows me to see how much air are in my bags, which basically tells me how high the car is lifted up. So that's a really basic explanation of my air suspension setup. I'll go into more detail about it in another video. It's just so much to talk about. I don't want to bore you guys out on this video. On a different note, we are going to the In-N-Out car meet tonight, which is exciting. It's a pretty big meet close to where I live, and there are quite a lot of cars that turn up. Everything from BMWs, some of the Honda guys, and a lot of muscle cars, Corvettes, Dodge Vipers, pretty cool cars that come out to this meet. So I'm on my way to work right now. I'm gonna work for a few hours, and then we're gonna head home and get all our camera gear, and then we're gonna head over to the super secret parking garage, hopefully, to meet up with all the car buddies. But for now, I gotta go work, so I will check in a bit with you guys. Hey guys, we are back. I just stopped at home super fast to grab my camera gear. Now we are going to head up to the super secret parking garage, and we're gonna meet up with some friends, and then we're gonna roll up to the meet together. So I'm looking forward to that. Yo guys, we just got to the super secret parking garage, and we're about to roll up and see where everyone is. So guys, we're at the parking garage right now. We're all meeting up here together. Pretty much everyone is here. Now we're just waiting for everyone to get in their damn car so we can leave. There's still people showing up.
I thought we were going.
There's quite a few people. I thought we were going too, but apparently not.
I guess not.
Guess not. What the hell, man? All right, so I think we're actually leaving now, so.
All right,
let's head out to the meet. Let's go. So guys, I ended up making it to the meet. I did lose the group, but I caught back up with them. So let's go out and see what this meet looks like. So it turns out this meet really sucks. There's really not that many people here. Everyone's getting pulled over when they leave the meet. Everyone's just kind of segregated in their little groups. Not a really good meet. Kind of regretting I came, but hey, Weiss, you want to tell us what's going on right now?
Yeah, you doing, man? You doing good? You doing fucking great.
What's going on right now?
Ah, what the hell? Hey, come on. Shocker. Hey, you like bread? You like bread?
Hey, follow me at JoshMan555.
Hey, get out of here! Get out of here!
Oh, come on, bro.
So there's another meet going on tonight, and I'm pretty sure it just ended because everyone is coming now. There's like a crap load of cars, like this giant line of people. Yeah. Your eyes don't deceive you. That is a slammed Beetle. No joke. I think this guy needs a bigger wing. Nice. So guys, we are all done at that meet. Sorry for the lack of footage. There really was not that much to film today. That meet was not as good as I expected. Kind of a bummer. Still had fun though. But anyways, this vlog is definitely not as interesting as the last one, but I'm gonna get a few actual videos coming out soon, so check out for those really soon. And that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys have a good night, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Turn it.